I am Zatu, the narrator, the unseen voice that guides you through this grand adventure. You, the listener, can hear my words, yet the characters within this tale remain oblivious to my presence. I am your window into their world, your guide to the secrets and intricacies of those who dwell within it. Like Uatu the Watcher, I am bound by the sacred code of non-interference. I cannot sway the tides of fate, nor dictate what paths our heroes will tread. I am but the weaver of stories, the scribe of destiny, chronicling events as they unfold. Brace yourself, for the journey ahead promises wonder, peril, and revelations beyond imagination. Let us step into the tale together as I unveil its mysteries to you.
Welcome back to LMG Presents Marvel Multiverse RPG. My name is Jordan. I am the host of this podcast. I am also the narrator of this podcast. And today is kind of a special episode. It's been a while since we have done one of these. But it's a it's another lethal incursion. So if you haven't checked out one before, be sure and check out previous ones. And what this is just basically like a, free-for-all royale type thing. So this is just kind of a little bonus episode that we can do in between time. But today I have with me Jax. Jax, who are you playing?
I am playing as Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes.
Nice. And then Josh, who are you playing as?
I'm playing as Baron Mordo.
And then I am playing as Ultron. So, before we start combat, I'm just going to give we'll read the history that they have here on the characters so we can kind of get to know the people a little bit more. Jax, we'll start with you. Tell us the history of Ghost Rider.
Okay, so Robbie Reyes was just a poor kid living in East LA when he was gunned down by gangsters. Reyes would have died were it not for a nearby vengeful spirit, the ghost of a serial killer, a man named Eli. He had been secretly hunting Robbie's car, or haunting Robbie's car. Eli possessed Ray, healing the boy's wounds and transforming him into a ghost rider. Ray's good nature was matched only by Eli's bloodthirst. The two fought for control of Ray's body until a bit of assistance from another Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, allowed Ray to finally get the best of Eli. Free of Eli's influence, Ray joined the Avengers and vowed to help rid the world of evil.
All right, there you have it. Josh, let's hear about your character.
Yeah, starting in his youth, Mordo studied the mystic arts under the tutelage of the Ancient One. A greedy and resentful man, he sought magic power primarily as a means to restore the Transylvania of his youth to its once great feudal status. I did not know that. Mordo eventually got sick of the Ancient One's mystic methods and betrayed him in favor of the power offered by the dread demon Dormammu instead. In the years since, Mordo spent much of his time serving Dormammu and butting heads with the Ancient One's most famous disciple, Doctor Strange.
And then I'll read Ultron's. The sentient AI known as Ultron was created by Dr. Hank Pym, often known as Giant Man, as a peaceful and helpful robot to assist the Avengers. Unfortunately, Ultron rebelled against his creator, uploaded his consciousness to a more powerful weaponized android body, and set out on a mission to kill the humans who had created him. For decades, Ultron has been consistent threat to humanity's continued existence. His digital consciousness has allowed him to escape any sort of definitive defeat. The Avengers can smash him to pieces, but he usually just comes back in a new vessel, even more dangerous than before. So that's all the characters we have here. It's a three-way battle. We chose characters who do not kind of have like not teleportation, like multiversal travel and creating portals. Although Baron Mordo and both Ultron do have powers like that, but we are refraining from using them. And then we also kind of stay away from characters who had like super speed, just to kind of make things easier. So, um, other than that, I'm going to set the scene and then we will just, roll for initiative like we would any other thing. Basically it is nighttime right now. We each of the characters kind of happenstance be walking down in a subway. So there's three entrances to come to the subway. Each one of us is kind of coming down the subway. Um, and right now we're in the middle of a subway where there's train cars for us to go in between. There's also a running train that happens to come by. There are also kind of benches and trash cans, and just the casual things that you would really see, in a train yard or in a train, underground train station. There isn't a lot of space for us to fly. We're going to say there's about 30 feet of for us to fly up. So characters who have the power of flight don't get too much of an advantage here. But other than that, I think that's really everything. So just like normal, we will go ahead and roll for initiative. Oh, I guess I had to turn order. Almost forgot. All right, there you go. Turn order is up. And I rolled a 12,
15.
15 for Ghost Rider. Ooh, 20
Oh,
for
nice.
Baron Mortar. And he got a fantastic. So
Wow.
he's starting off really good.
Heck yeah.
Going into a bonus round. So other than that, do we have any questions or anything? Nope, guess
No
not.
questions over here.
Nope.
Josh, I mean, you're coming down you're coming down the escalator, to the train station. You just happen to notice all these other people. What are you doing right now with your first move?
All right. So yeah, I see Ultron all the way across the station from me. So farthest away looks like about 13 squares. Um and yeah, I see Ghost Rider about 6 squares away from me. Um so I'm going to move.
And also, these trains are in between us, so to get a clear shot, you're gonna have some trouble. Just to kind of let people know.
Oh, okay. So there are trains there at the
Yeah, so
moment.
those
So I
trains
would
are so those trains are there. You see they have doors there as well, which you can, open bust the doors open, get through the doors to be able to get to the next platform. Or you
okay.
can try to shoot through it with trouble.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to move through the train to the center platform. So I'm going to move up. So I'm on the center platform with Ghost Rider.
Okay.
And I see I've got I have attack stance and defensive stance. Does assuming a stance doesn't use my action, right?
A stance does use an action because
Does use my action.
yep, it's a power.
Okay, okay. Then I'm going to actually, let me put this in chat. I'm going to use the Vapors of Valtor, where I'll create an inky mist for up to 25 spaces per rank. So at rank 5, it's the whole map.
That's the whole map.
Um, that blocks all line of sight beyond 5 spaces. On later turns, I can have the mist attack one target at a time. I'll make an ego check against the target's vigilance defense. On success, the attack does regular damage. On fantastic, does double damage and blinds them for 1 turn.
Oh wow. Okay. So we have a mist basically up in the air, right?
Yep.
All
So
right.
I've flooded the subway, the train station with mist.
All right. So, oh wow, we got to deal with that. So, that is your movement and your action, and now we are officially in combat. So it's back to your turn again.
All right. Oh yeah, and that was that cost 10 focus. That, let's see. I'm going to next. I'm going to use the Flames of the Faltine. Which is a character makes an ego check against the agility defense of a target in their line of sight. Um, does regular damage on hit and on fantastic. They take double damage and then they'll suffer 5 points of damage every round until someone uses an action to put out the flames, which is a little bit weird on Ghost Rider, but
He might have something that protects him maybe from getting.
oh, from fire damage.
Yeah, I wonder if he does.
Let's see.
Jax, that might be one of your traits potentially.
Enduring Constitution. Good. We'll see what Enduring Con.
But either way, he would have to get a fantastic to get that done.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna attack that. So this is
It looks like you're actually behind a wall. I'm like looking at the map right now. You see that? Like I see the
oh,
doors.
am I behind a wall?
You see the
You might be behind a wall.
Okay,
Yeah, because I'm looking at each one of us.
okay, I've still got movement
Yeah.
for this round, so I'm gonna move just so I'm on the other side of the wall and within
Yeah, because you got to be within 5 feet because of the.
at least to avoid trouble there. I'll move right there. So yeah, so I'm still on the middle platform with Ghost Rider, just a little bit closer to make sure I'm in line of sight. And okay, so
Okay.
this Rick makes an ego check against the agility defense of a target. So this is an ego attack roll.
Okay.
Am I reading that right, Jordan?
Yep. Yep.
So would this be for my ego defense then?
No, this is going to be against your agility defense.
Agility. Oh,
That is a 19.
ooh, that does hit. So I do have a reaction called Ram. The only thing is the character moves their full speed in a straight line towards target and then use
Yeah,
their standard
so
action.
so
So
you
am I able to do that?
so the trigger, the character moves full speed. So that's almost like Ram is almost like it uses your standard action if you look at it. So you would have to do that on your turn,
Oh, okay.
even though it says it's a reaction. Yeah, you try to look for
Yeah,
a reaction to get away from this.
the trigger for it is you using your movement speed
Yeah.
in a straight line towards the target.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. He does not have any reactions except Skulk, and there's no one around me, so okay, I'll take it.
So yeah, Josh, what does that look like for you doing these flames?
Um, yeah, so I'm casting. I guess I'm casting a spell, so I'm doing my the chant and weaving a little circle and throwing flames at Ghost Rider.
I'm
Ghost
so,
Riders.
ah, ah.
It's kind of crazy. He doesn't. If he does not have anything that could,
I know.
does
Well,
he have damage reduction or anything that can help you out?
so I guess I got conditions, but I don't think that would be anything.
But it looks like you're. So do you take? So you would take regular damage on this one.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything.
Um.
Enhanced physique.
Actually, you do. I didn't want. I'm trying to help everybody out. Be fair. You have actually environmental protection. So this character is not. So it's a permanent that you have.
Oh, really?
This character is not harmed by intense cold or heat, the pressure of the deep seas, or the intense radiation in a vacuum of space. The player can choose any of these protections as best fits his character for the concept. Um,
Interesting. Okay.
but that's only affect you if you got a fantastic.
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
wouldn't
so
have
I didn't set you on fire.
correct.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good to know for a future then.
But looks like you'll take 56 damage. Jeez. That is. Oh, I forgot to let
Man,
the audience know too. This is we are playing with rank 5 characters.
Yeah, that's a nice hit.
Yeah, I'm like, who out here just doing 56 on my regular campaign?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Jax, I'm looking at you. You got an interesting character, like his powers, I will say.
I know it's very much like like he kind of relies on physical powers a little bit or physical attributes.
Yeah. Okay. But it is now your turn, Ghost Rider. What are you doing?
Ooh, well, I really didn't like that flame to the face, so I'm going to use Hellfire Chains and try and basically crack the chain whip and try and whip you around or grab a um what's your character's name again?
Baron Mortal.
Yeah.
Baron Mortal. Yeah, I want to try and grab him through the waist.
So let's put that power in there and let's read that one because I haven't seen that
All
one.
right. So the effect, the character summons chains covered in hellfire and can use them to bind or smash targets. They can attack anyone within 10 spaces per rank and line of sight, make an ego attack. On a success, the target takes regular health damage. On a fantastic success, the target is grabbed and paralyzed too. If a target is grabbed by Hellfire chains on each subsequent round, the character can make an ego check against the target's resilience. Resilient defense to inflict regular health damage and regular focus damage.
Holy
Breaking
crap.
free of the Hellfire chains requires a melee check of target number of 20.
That's gonna be tough to deal with.
And so it uses 5 focus, so I'm gonna take out 5.
And also just to remind everybody, so this is a concentration power. Josh, your character is also concentrating. Since we are
Yep.
rank 5, you can concentrate on 5 powers at one time.
Okay.
Okay. Good to know.
All right, so this attack will be, was it
My ego attack.
Ego versus the resilience defense?
Hoo-hoo.
That is a hit.
So you got any reactions or anything?
Um,
And Jax, are you trying to bind him or just smash him?
Uh, I was, I mean, I don't think it doesn't matter because it seems like only a fantastic binds
Oh
him.
yeah, only fantastic, yeah.
So yeah, just I guess attack him.
all right. So I'm let's see what I'm gonna do. All right. I'm going to react with the shield of the Seraphim, where I'll produce a magical shield, kind of like the one we all know and love, and a little protection basically. Where attacks that do 20 points of damage or less are instantly absorbed. And if it does 20 or more, it destroys the protection. Um, in this case, unlike elemental protection, allows the excess damage through.
Okay. So Jax, so let's kind of walk that scene through. What happened there?
So basically, he gets attacked by fire. He gets a little pissed off, and so he kind of does a little twirl and cracks this new magical chain whip that he just summoned out of his hand, and tries to bind him around his waist. And what really ends up happening is just kind of like a loud crackle straight to his chest.
And then where did you go from there, Baron? You seen this thing coming right for you.
Yeah, so I cast a shield spell to absorb as much of that blow as I could, and it my shield took the brunt of the damage, and the shield was destroyed, but I ended up only taking 7 damage from that.
So you'll take 7 damage to health and focus, looks like.
I take it to both.
Yeah, so it says defense to inflict regular health damage and regular focus damage. If the target is grabbed, oh wait, if the target is grabbed by Hellfire chains on each subsequent round, you can make an eagle. Yeah, I didn't make an eagle.
Yeah, on success, I take regular health damage, so the rest is on fantastic
Oh,
success.
okay. Nice, okay.
And then I guess since I haven't moved, I'm gonna go.
Okay. So it's now Ultron's turn. I mean, he kind of seen flames and magical, things just happen. He saw the mist appear out of nowhere. So I mean, he's just now getting down here. What I have a run speed of 5. So yeah, let me see. I'm going to actually get inside one of the trains for the movement. Just open up the door, rip the door off the hinges, basically, and looking at you guys through through the window. And I don't think because I can only see 5 spaces, right? Because of the mist. That's 4. I can kind of get. Looks like it's a wall right there blocking me and Baron Mordo. Are you in the train, Baron Mordo?
No, I'm not in the train.
Okay. But looks like I have a wall between us two. So he's basically going to do an elemental burst, which one of that we talk about all the time on Ghost Rider. Um, so the character makes a ranged attack against the enemy in the line of sight. If the attack success, it inflicts regular damage. On a fantastic, the enemy takes double damage instead, an elemental special effect. And his elemental special effect, he's electricity. So I'm pretty sure, I think electricity is stunned. So it's going to be an agility check against your agility defense, Ghost Rider.
Okay. Um. All right. Oof,
Ooh,
that's a
Ooh,
fantastic
fantastic.
13.
oh,
I feel like it's not going to be
Uh,
enough. Is that enough?
it is, but I'm going to use dodge.
Okay, as a reaction.
No, just an action. No,
Oh yeah, that's just action.
I got nothing.
13. I'm surprised 13 is enough.
I know, dude. I got a weak agility apparently.
Also, I did notice that because I do want to be fair. I noticed that your character Ghost Rider does have a healing factor, so you should have gained back health at the end of your turn. So I'll read healing factor for you just because he has it. Healing factor is a permanent. At the end of the character's turn, they regain health equal to their resilience. So you would get back. Wait, is it resilience defense or just resilience in general? At the end of the character, they regain equal to their resilience. So is that 5?
Oh, yeah, I guess I do. So, yeah, my resilience is the score is 5, defense 15. So, yeah, 5.
Yep. So you get back 5 health just to kind of
Okay.
help you out there. But do you have anything against any way to get out of the way of this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, Ultron basically comes down and you hear like a cackling laugh, and he just sends a bolt of electricity just firing right at you, doing 33 damage.
Damn. Yeah.
times two.
Oh, it was a fantastic, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, so that's going to be 66.
And you are stunned.
Holy shit. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's okay. I think 66 minus 100 would be 34, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're still in it. We're still alive.
But you are stunned, so let me grab stunned right quick. Okay, so stun, any powers the character was concentrating on end immediately. So you were concentrating. You were concentrating on something, right?
I was using the chains, but I figured wouldn't that concentration go into effect
Oh yeah,
if I
if it
did
would
a
have been a
fantastic?
fantastic. Yep. So nothing there. So they cannot take any actions on all attacks against them. All attacks against them have an edge. Otherwise, specified this will last for 1 round. So it'll last until the end of my turn. Although recently they did change that, but we'll kind of wait on that one. But that's the end of my turn. And go ahead, Baron Mortal.
All right. So let's see. I'm gonna move. I'll move just back on the platforms where I've got line of sight on Ultron. And let's see, I'm gonna go Flames the Faltine again. And cast my flame spell at Ultron this time.
All right.
22.
And that's against my, was that one against
Oh, that'll
again?
be against your agility defense.
That is enough to hit me for sure. And I do not have any reactions. But I do have health damage reduction -4.
Okay, so damage reduction -4, so that'd be 6 times 20. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 8, so that'd be 32 damage.
All right. Go ahead and tell us what happened there.
Yeah, so with Ghost Rider out of commission temporarily, I kind of run around the corner of this wall and see Ultron, and yeah, shoot my flame spell at him.
I mean, he's like, getting hit with all the flames and everything, but when the flames kind of go away, you still just see the red and like the little sparkling stuff inside his mouth, and like he's just pissed right now. Ghost Rider, you are stunned right now, so you can't take any actions, unfortunately. Um, but it is the end of your turn, so you do gain health back.
Take that. Any little bit of health I can take.
So it is my turn, and then you will be unstunned from here. Um, oh,
Damn,
you
this
know
dude
what?
doesn't have any karma.
Yeah, because Ghost Rider, I think he's a bad guy. Well, no, he's a good guy. But actually, I don't know what they consider him. And I forgot we said about the moving train, but nobody's been on the train track, so I guess it doesn't
Oh,
really matter. But I mean, Ghost Rider sees Baron Mortal right there, and he's definitely going to use. So I'm gonna use Ram. So the character moves full speed in a straight line towards the target, using a standard action, an additional movement to get right up to the target. The effect is the character can now use their reaction to make a close attack against an enemy that moved up to. If the attack is a success, the character takes regular damage from the impact, and the enemy takes double damage. If the attack is a success, the character takes regular damage still, but the enemy takes triple damage and is knocked prone. So I'm running directly up on Baron Mortal, and I'm about to try to, you know, I just took off basically flying directly at him. So it's gonna be a melee check against your melee.
that is enough.
19. Luckily you don't take the triple damage or anything. You're gonna take 46 damage. And I just did the typical superhero, two hands out, flying directly, boosters going, and I just rammed directly into you, trying to push you up against the train. Unless you had
Um,
some reactions. My bad, I forgot you got reactions.
yeah. So once again, I'm gonna pop my Shield of the Seraphim, which can take 20 points of damage. Um, let's see. I've got one thing I'm reading real quick. Uh, I guess that's another reaction, which I wouldn't be able to use anyway. So if losing my shield triggers another power, can I use that? Would that, or can I not do two reactions in a row?
Well, you could. Do you have?
Like I have an ability, I have a power whose trigger is damage gets through the shield of the Seraphim.
Oh, then yes. So you're using. Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Okay. Um, so I'm gonna put this in chat. Um, so I put up the shield of the Seraphim. Ultron's gonna be able to overpower that with uh pretty easily. So I'm going to use the winds of Watum. So the effect is I conjure swirling winds, uh, and all movement by a foe within 10 spaces is cut in half. I can also use the spell to push away. I'm not doing that. To push away smoke, Mr. Fog.
Oh, I see.
Oh, and then
Additionally, the wind reinforce.
yeah, so yeah, additionally the winds of Watum can be used to reinforce the shield of Seraphim, so I can transfer any health damage that gets through the shield of the Seraphim's protection to focus instead, leaving the shield of the Seraphim intact. So that remaining 26 damage, I will take as focused damage instead.
And protect your shield.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, what did it look like to you? As soon as Ultron basically hit you from that point, what did that look like?
Yeah, so I've got this. So yeah, Ultron comes ramming at me, smashing me into the side of this train car. Um, and I pull up my shield, which is immediately shattered. So I use this wind spell to absorb the rest of the damage and just narrowly avoid taking actual damage from Ultron, just to buy myself some breathing room.
Still have the shield up and everything, and
And
you're
my
good.
shield is still up.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll one dice because we are, downtown in the tunnel, and I mean trains are coming by fast speeds. So let's see if a train comes through this time. If it's a one, which is basically the Marvel Fantastic, a train would come through and ram anybody who is on the train track, causing damage. But this time it was a four, so there was no train that came through this time. With that, Baron Mordo, I mean, it's your turn now.
All right. Um, so Silver Morto is a martial artist as well. So why not? I'm gonna use fast strikes. Oh wait, that's within separate targets. Dang it.
I think you can focus on one. Yeah, you can focus on a single
Can I
attack.
focus?
Yeah, so you can either split it to two attacks against two
Oh,
people or make it one single attack.
or they can focus single attack on a single target. Okay, so I'll make two attacks on Ultron.
So wait. So to be the character splits an attack to make two close attack against separate targets within reach, or a single attack on a single target. So you will make the single attack on me.
Oh, so it's not much of a power then.
Yeah, so it would have been like if Ghost Rider was close, you would have been able to hit both of us.
Right. But yeah, there's really no point on using fast strikes if there's only one target, right?
I mean, you could. I mean, all right. On that first turn, you should have went to attack stance, and then if you would have been in attack stance the whole time, this fast strike would have been crazy good because attack stance doubles your attack, and fast strike. This would also get a fantastic save, take full
Gotcha.
damage. But because if you hit me with this, I'll take half damage unless you get a fantastic.
Oh, that's actually a terrible. All right. Well, I guess that's how I'm doing it, so I'm gonna do it, but with much regret in my heart. Baron Mordo makes a half-assed attack.
Ah,
17.
I mean, you got it, but you barely got it.
Like
Okay.
29, 28. It's not bad.
Well, 28, but it's not a fantastic, so he takes half damage.
And I have health reduction -4.
Dang, dude. Jordan planned this.
So that's 8 damage divided by 2, that's 4 damage. I mean,
Yeah,
and to be fair, like I just tried to like judo chop a freaking robot. Like
Ultron just like
mistakes
He just
made
got
all around.
smashed
Like,
hands.
yeah. It's like, yeah, you did not dent anything in him at all.
yeah, I don't know. Is Baron Mordo's large logic isn't terribly high. It's only 2. Like that was dumb, Baron Mordo. That was just dumb. I might have broken a pinky,
Dude, yeah,
honestly.
you hit your hand and it did that SpongeBob crack knuckles. Just
That's a good reference.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, that's tough. That is
That's
tough.
tough. All right.
You got your movement still though.
Um, all right. So let's see. Let's see, y'all's movement from the winds of the Watsits is cut in half. So
Yep.
I am going to move over by, well, it's going to put me by stunned.
So Jax, we can only move 3 spaces now because of the winds that was tuned.
Dang, okay.
And then our attack is still cut in half too because of all the fog that's around as well.
Yeah, okay.
All right. If you're outside of 5 spaces, so that should have put me. Damn, that's awful close too. There we go. All right, so I've run inside a subway train because I was pissed off an already pissed off robot.
So attacks on you since you are inside is going to have trouble. But with that, go ahead, Ghost Rider.
Okay, well, so with this Winds of Watum, will this mess up with my possess vehicle?
I don't think so. Wait. What is it?
So I'll put it in the
Yeah,
chat.
put it in chat.
It's so the character takes magical control of a vehicle they are
Holy
inside
shit.
of.
Oh
Dude, we're
no.
literally, this is crazy. Okay.
Uh, Hellfire engulfs the outside of the vehicle, but it does no damage to it. Anyone that comes into contact with it, though, takes
Oh
regular damage
no.
with
Oh,
a damage
wow.
multiplier equal to
No.
the character's rank. On a fantastic success, it inflicts regular health damage and regular focus damage instead. The character controls the vehicle by will as long as it's within 20 spaces.
So,
Uh,
only thing you need to do, Jax, is get next to the train that Baron Mordo is inside. This is some cinematic stuff right
Oh
here.
my God.
okay. Well,
So
okay.
yeah, you have enough space to get next to the yeah.
Okay.
And I just want to read this one more time. So the character takes magic control of a vehicle, in this case the train, that they are inside or touching. Hellfire engulfs the outside of the vehicle, but does no damage. Anyone that comes in contact with it, though, takes regular damage with the damage multiplier equal to the character's rank. On a fantastic success, the inflicts regular health damage and regular focus damage instead. The character controls the vehicle by will as long as they are within 20 spaces times the character rank. So basically, anywhere you go inside of here, you have control of this train. This one
Oh,
train card, I should say. They use their ego for all checks to operate it, and they get an edge on all such checks. The vehicle speed doubles, and it can climb walls at the speed that it can even jump. So yeah, it's gonna cost you 10 focus. This train just tell us what did you do to this train?
I mean, I'm trying to even wrap my head around this.
So
So I guess the train. I basically go into the train and I touch the outside of it while I'm walking in. And as I'm slowly walking in, the train slowly starts to engulf all the way around with just flames. And then it goes to the ceiling. And then all the chairs just start catching on fire inside the train. Kind of just like, one way past the hell.
that's pretty dope. So Baron Moto, you are inside of it right now. So Jax, you can roll. I think you just roll a regular. You
Yeah,
just
just a
roll.
regular ego, I think. Ooh. Okay. So 20.
Yeah, it's gonna be against. I guess that's your ego defense. I'm trying to make sure I understand what.
Wait, let's see. They use their ego for all checks to operate it, and they get an edge on all such checks. The vehicle speed doubles. It can climb walls. Okay. The character fire and goals. Anyone that comes in contact takes regular damage with a damage
Okay,
multiplier
so
equal.
what? Okay, so what we need, you just need to roll 3 regular dice, and that middle number is going to be a 5. So you're going to multiply, the Marvel dice times 5 plus 7. Oh wait, if that's you, yeah,
That's
plus 7, which is the same
yeah.
thing.
It's same thing. Yeah, it works
Yeah,
out the
same
same.
thing. Yeah.
All right, so that's 37 damage.
Although you do still have your shield up too, right? But I don't know how your shield would protect you in this
Well,
situation.
hold on. It does say they get an edge on all such checks. So
Yeah,
do
so
I get
you
an
yeah,
edge?
you do get an edge.
Ooh, do I use it on the 6 or the 3?
So if you use it on a 6, you could get the fantastic. You get the better of the two.
Would you say that's the better? Do?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would.
because it's already a hit.
Okay.
So
Oh,
Well, there you go.
stayed the same.
Six.
still six. All right. Damn. All right.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
I feel like I can see where the scene goes in where like I kind of just slowly walk in and then all of a sudden just like heavy metal riff just like kind of starts going
Oh
as
yeah.
the whole train just engulfed just doo doo.
Yeah, it's like that was that the second Ghost Rider movie where he like touched he was like in the construction yard and then the whole thing just became like a whole vehicle. It was crazy.
Oh
All
dang, I need to
right.
watch Ghost Rider.
So yeah, so that's gonna burst through my shield. And I'll take 17 damage, health damage from that.
Now this is a new round. You do have your reaction back if you want to
Does
try to
this
use.
also take
Um,
focus as well?
yeah, and I'm trying to judiciously use my focus because if I keep popping the shield and wins and taking focus damage, I'll be only in a bad way that way too. So yeah, this time I'm not going to use it. So I just take
Okay.
health damage.
And Jax, yeah, that did cost you 10 focus. I heard you ask about focus a while ago.
Oh yeah, well no, I'm saying I think uh uh Baron also takes uh focus damage as well.
Only if you would have got a fantastic.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, it just takes regular damage.
Didn't want to add salt to the wound.
Dang, I mean, yeah, because I'm still inside a freaking flaming train
that
car.
yeah, that was a hell of a thing. All right, so it's Ultron's, just seeing all of this fire you know, just pop up out of nowhere. I mean, he has like no physical like reaction to it, no emotions or anything. He's just like looking at the flaming, train. I don't think I'm so my speed is cut in half. Uh, I mean, I'm definitely not going in there. I literally don't even uh this is tough. I'm actually just going to so yeah, he's gonna move inside this other train cart on the opposite side of you guys. And for his action, he's just going to use dodge. So the character is actively dodging or dodges to avoid incoming attacks. Any attacks against the characters have trouble until the end of the next turn or the end of the next round at the latest. So it'll be at the end of his turn since the round is over now.
So does the train does it is it not on fire anymore?
No, this train is on fire because I think that's a concentration. Let me get back up there. Yeah, so
So
you're concentrating on this, but if you drop concentration, it will get off of fire.
so since we have five concentrations, I could technically go to this other train and catch it on fire as well.
You are correct. Yeah,
Well,
it's getting real
okay.
hot out here,
It's,
Baron.
It's getting real hot in this
yeah.
subway.
All right. Okay, is that my turn?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm gonna hop out of this flaming possessed train car, back on the middle platform, and I'm going to enter attack stance.
There you go. So that's concentrating. So I think you're concentrating on three powers right now, if I remember right. No, 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 just two. The
Yeah,
fog. Yeah.
just fogging this. Yeah, my shield got popped. So
Okay. I keep forgetting to make the one check to see if the train go through, but it's fine. I'll do it next time.
yeah, we've been off the track. So
Yeah. No, yeah, that's a good point. All right. So is that all your movement and everything?
yes.
All right. So I mean, Ghost Rider, you just seen Baron Mordo just like, running at that thing, got a little smoke, little fire on his I assume he has a cape, I don't know. But little tinged of heat. What are you doing now?
Um, Hmm. I guess I am going to. That's, I'm going to.
Oh wait, do we still have half of our run speed? Oh, okay. So we would get our full run speed unless you choose to keep concentrating on Winds of Tomb. I had to scroll back up and look at it. So Winds of Tomb is a concentration power. So if you drop it, we get our full speed back.
Um, oh, you're right. Yeah, that was, yeah, I forgot that is a concentration.
But you can drop concentration willingly. So it's up to you if you want us to have our full speed back.
I do not want you to have your full speed back.
Okay. So you're concentrating on three powers then. Okay. All right. My bad. Ghost Rider, go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm trying to see my speed. Ah, man, my run speed is 5.
Yeah, so we got three for our run speed.
Ah, I can only go halfway. I think I'm gonna stay in the train,
Okay.
and I am going to do elemental protection. I got elemental protection 3. Character protects themselves with the elements. Any attacks against them that do 30 points or more, or damage or less, are instantly absorbed, and 30 or more, it'll break the shield.
And I believe his is Hellfire. So it's not fire, but Hellfire
Oh
for his
yeah.
for his. So
And
15 focus
this,
for you. Yep.
yeah, and his also says if it does more than 30 points, it allows excess damage through.
Okay.
And then that'll be my move. And I'm gonna stay in the train. So basically, this little right where I'm at in the train, I'm just using that fire to protect myself.
Yeah. All right. So I see Baron Mordo basically come running out of that, and he thought it was all sweet. He thought everything was all safe for him. But I am actually going to use Elemental Blast. So this one costs five or more focus, and I'm going to add an additional. So the character makes a ranged attack with an edge on an enemy in line of sight. For this attack, add +1 to the character's agility bonus damage for every 2 points spent. Uh, on focus, on a success, the affected target takes the total damage. On a fantastic, it doubles and suffers the special effect. So I am going to spend. We'll go spend 10 points. I haven't used any yet. So I'll spend 10 to do an additional 5 damage. Let me subtract my focus. And this is going to be an agility check against your agility defense. Oh, I get an edge on it too. Ooh, golly, that's a terrible roll. I got a 7,
Ooh,
Damn.
but
that's
I'm going to use my edge though. Oh my God, bro. Oh, I
Wow.
mean, a fantastic 11 is
that is a
11.
fantastic miss.
Oh my gosh. I cannot believe he just missed that. So yeah, he just like I spent that focus too, golly. He just like opens up a big electrical blast heading directly towards Baron Zemo. But of course, Baron still has his shield up, but didn't even need it because it just completely whiffed him, hitting a wall next to him. Just the electricity just dissipates. And for my movement, uh, I mean, Ultron is going to basically, oh, it's cut in half. And then if I go the other way, at the end of this turn, the train is gonna come. Can I make it? No, that's not even enough, huh? Nope. Who know? I'll take my chances. Actually, no, that's kind of dumb, huh? I'll move into the next train card over. So it just kind of slowly walks through the train cart, going to the next one. I'll roll a dice right quick to see if a train comes through. And yeah, train, look at that. See, that would have been me. I would have got smacked just so hard just then. A speeding bullet train just comes railing right through on both sides, but no one was able to get hit by that. Barimoto, it's your turn.
Right. So, okay. So I'm going to move to where I can, I'm going to come over here. So should be in line of sight with Ghost Rider now. He's inside the train, but just inside the door, I think.
Yeah, I'm just right
So
there with the door.
do I still have trouble with that?
No, I would say no. He's in the doorway. No.
And I'm going to cast the Bolt of Balthak at him.
Nice.
20 paces. What the heck? What kind of range is that? 20 paces.
20 from 20 paces. That is weird. Okay, so yeah, it's supposed to be an ego attack with an edge against agility defense of a target in line of sight. I'm not spending more focus, so there's more damage if I add more focus, but I'm not. So on success, you'll take total damage. On fantastic, you'll take double and be stunned. So
All
this
right.
is
Ego versus
ego
agility.
plus an edge.
Ooh.
Golly.
So that definitely breaks my shield.
And the edge just doesn't roll the same for the edge. So that's a 20 roll of 23. And that's
But
40 damage.
any reactions or anything from you? Ghost
No,
Rider?
I do have my
Elemental protection up.
protection up, so that but it does get shattered.
And you're going to take the excess of what, 10 damage, right? Because it was 30.
Yep.
Yeah,
So yeah, you'll take the 10 damage.
you're surviving.
And then this looks like Ghost Rider is now your turn.
Um, I'll move just right
And I will
here.
say, since you do have control of this train, in my opinion, I think you would be able to use the train to kind of go whichever direction you wanted it to.
Well, so that's the thing. Is like
But
it's a train.
it's not enough space down here though.
Yeah, I mean it's not really. I mean I can either just make the train go away or stay. Uh,
Maybe next time somebody crosses the track.
yeah, maybe I'll steal their bike. Um, yeah, okay, I'm gonna hop out of the train and I'm gonna uh whip out my Hellfire chains again. And since Baron's right in front of me, I'm gonna have to go for you.
I forgot what kind of attack. Put the
It'll
chains in
be
there.
an yeah, it'll be an ego.
Oh, ego versus his
Resilience, I believe. Yeah, targets of resilience. So 14.
14, and that's say it. What was it?
resilience.
Resilience.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. Okay, so that'd be 22.
But no fantastic. He still has a shield up though.
Yeah, that's true.
No, my shield is down.
Oh, did the shield already get broken?
Yeah, my shield was already broken. So shield's down. But I am in attack stance. So I'm actually going to use
Oh.
counter strike technique.
Uh-oh.
So while attack stance is active, a close attack against character does damage. So as my reaction, I'm going to deal half the attacker's regular damage to the attacker.
So that would be 11.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll take 22, but I'll deal 11 to you.
So what
Okay.
what did those chain what did that look like? So Jax, you cast the chains. Tell me what that looked like.
So I walk out of the train, walking out of the mist of the fire, and all you basically see is or Baron, all he sees is just like a chain whip coming straight through the fires, and he deflects it, and kind of the residuals of that deflect hits me in the face.
All right. And then Baron, from your point of view, you got hit by that, and then what?
Yeah, so I kind of use the momentum of those chains hitting me to turn it into a attack and at least get some damage in on Ghost Rider.
All right. With that, it is now Ultron's turn. So Ultron is going to basically step out of the train. And now that was about three. And everyone is within sight. Let me make sure. Yep, everyone is within sight of me, so I will then use elemental barrage. So that one's going to cost me 15 focus. So okay, so the character designates a space within their line of sight. The attack can affect every enemy within 10 spaces of that. The character makes a single ego check and compares it to each target's resilience defense. Affected enemies take half regular damage. On fantastic, they take full damage and suffer the weapon special effect. And since everyone is within here, he is just going to light this thing up. So, there's going to be an ego against the target's everybody's resilience. 18.
That's a hit.
Hit.
So yeah, everybody's going to take was that half of 29? So everybody's going to take 15 since you round up.
We're living.
So yeah, he basically
Oof.
walks out and his red mouth, you just see a bunch of electricity just start to shoot out, hitting everybody unless someone has reactions or anything.
Now I already used mine.
All right. With that, let's see if a speeding train comes past. Doesn't matter because no one's on the track. No train comes past. Ghost Rider. It is not your turn. It is Baron Mortal's turn.
Well, I guess because my elemental protection is destroyed, do I get to be able to make a new one?
Yeah, because you didn't
Yeah.
use it this round. Yeah. Oh, you want to use your reaction for that?
I want to.
Okay. So it will not hurt you at all because I did less than 30.
Okay, so and then protection's still up, and then so that would be
Yeah, so you basically just pay your focus and then you add your health back that you lost.
okay. We're good.
Baramoto, you are in between, a rock and a hard place right now. What are you doing?
No doubt. I'm gonna fire I don't have yeah, I'm in a bad spot. So yeah, I'm gonna use flames of the Faltine. I'm going to shoot at Ultron. Yeah,
Okay, so this will be in a ego versus my agility.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Fantastic 22.
Fantastic 22.
Yeah, that thing hits. And I do not have any reactions right now that would help me.
Nice. Let's go. Ultron
Um,
was sitting pretty a little too long.
so he does have damage reduction -4 though.
Okay, so 24, so that's 32 damage times two.
Yeah, because it doubles it, right?
Yep.
64.
So 64 damage, and then you're on fire, so you'll take 5 damage at the end of every round.
So yeah, tell us what happened there.
Uh, yeah, so I see Ultron's set back out of the train car, and been frustrated by Ghost Rider's shields. So I just turn and focus instead on Ultron and just let him have it with and cast the flames of the Faltine and score a perfect hit on them and which does massive damage, then also sets Ultron on fire. So we're surrounded by flaming train cars, a flaming Ghost Rider, and now a flaming Ultron.
And you see Ultron's body just basically completely shut down, and you just hear a voice just echo, "You have not seen the last of Ultron." So Ultron is down and out.
Damn.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I know. He
Dang.
didn't have a lot of he didn't have a lot of health.
Dang. I
Honestly,
really,
that was a rough choice.
dude, I was worried you were just gonna take that handedly, Jordan.
I did too. I thought he was gonna
I was like, this is
like
gonna be
like
short.
Terminator style come like just stepping forward out of the flames and just take me to
No,
town.
that one was rough. He doesn't have a lot of health.
Ooh,
I think that's why they gave him the damage reduction. But
Okay.
then there were two,
All right.
there were two. Okay.
and now it's you got your movement, right? Did you move or anything? I can't remember.
No, I've not moved yet. But I'm basically I'm close quarters with the Ghost Rider, but I'm still a martial artist. At least I'm finally not facing a robot, so I'm going to stay next to Ghost Rider and stay in close quarters here.
Uh-oh. Time to see what we got here. Ghost Rider, it's your turn. What are you doing? You
Oh,
just saw
man,
Ghost
well,
Rider. I mean, you just saw Ultron just get obliterated by
I
flames.
know. I kind of sit back. I'm like, oh shit, he did it. Okay. I'm going to. Ah, man, my focus is pretty limited, so I'm gonna, crackle the good old chains again. So as Baron turns around to face me, he is met with another crack of metal chains. But this time going towards his.
So we got a 20.
We got a 20.
At a 20. Uh, all right, yeah. So I'm gonna do the same. Pop my shields. So back up. So I'm going to spend the focus to react by getting my shield up. Let me double check focus on that. Yeah. Which will block 20 of that.
You'll take 17.
I leave 17.
And you remember, you're still concentrating on the Winds of Tomb as well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let the Winds of Tomb are gonna transfer that damage into focus damage instead. So I'll take another 17 focus damage, which leaves my shield up. And I did not take any health damage from that.
Nice. And then I'm going to move 3 spaces, and I believe I still have my protection up because Jordan didn't. Oh,
You still have your protection up as well.
yeah. And then that'll be my move.
So Baron, you're up. I know you're about to chase him down.
Yep. All right. I'm going to cast the Bolts of Balthak again. This time I'm going to spend an additional 40 focus.
Dang, dude, you got focus to
Oh,
spare.
he's about to try to
Yeah,
take you out on this one.
I'm gonna try and just do this. So yeah, I'm gonna add 40 focus. Um yeah, so let's not whiff. All right, there's a
Ooh.
20. That's
Oh,
22.
that's a big
Oh
one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's enough to get past. You do still have your thing up, right? Your elemental
Yeah,
protection.
so I'll take 26 of that.
And then but I'm also adding, since I spent 40 focus, I'm adding that's
What,
one
20? No way.
plus one for every two. So yeah, so 20 more damage. So that's 76 damage. And
Oh.
you're blocking 30.
So that'll be 46.
Yeah.
Yeah, your boy is dead.
Ghost Rider goes down.
Ghost Rider down.
Dang. So tell us what that
Oh,
look right there, Josh. One final attack.
yeah, so Mordo, like I'm seriously hurt. Like I'm not gonna last another round. Um I, if I take any health damage, and so I really just a desperation move. I focus almost all the energy I have left and just shoot a bolt of magical electricity at Ghost Rider, just trying to take him down, because I don't think I'm gonna make it another round. And this one lands and busts through his shield and takes him out.
So you just have a flaming Ultron body around. I mean, the train is still on fire, and Ghost Rider. You see him just kind of go into the ground, like how Scorpion does, like he goes back into hell. Yeah, I imagine that's what Ghost Rider did.
Only this time he doesn't want to be back in Hells. He's just like, no, no.
But Baron Mortal with the dub.
Wow.
That was, man, that was close.
Yeah, what was your health on? What did you end on?
I ended at 29 health.
Oh yeah, that would have been next attack. Like
The next round I was going down. My focus that last surge put me down to 22 focus.
ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, I was trying to save enough for yeah, to offset, to get pop my shields and then absorb the extra excess. But yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm down, if my focus hits zero, I'm down too. So
Yeah, so I'm looking at your character. So he had 150 focus with 90 health.
Gee, Louise. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ghost Rider had what was it? Had 150 health.
I had 150 health with 60 focus, which is kind of booty, honestly, because most of his attacks are all kind of include focus. So I only had five left. So like that's kind of why I
dang.
kept doing the chains because they were only five focus.
And Ultron had 90 on both. It was a little tough with Ultron. I thought he was gonna be a lot better than what he was, like, but he wasn't that good.
He wasn't
Yeah,
that good.
no, I was fully expecting Ultron to take me out.
Yeah,
That after
I thought yeah, you were just gonna kind of sit back in the train and just have me and Josh kill each other, and then you just come in and just tip one of us down.
Yeah, so Jackson, I mean, you had a move. I'm looking at your character now. You had a move called Penance there. So the character makes an ego attack against a target within 3 spaces per rank. Um, on a success, the target takes full focus damage. You should have been trying to use that. On a fantastic, the target takes double and is paralyzed for 1 round. And then characters with the heroic tag, which I don't think none of us did, so
nope.
it would have been fine. If the target is shattered by this power, they can recover, but they come back with one or two ways. Either they're cleansed of all their sins, or ready to make a new start with a clean slate. Um,
Interesting.
and their emotions are drained from them permanently. So this is up to how the narrator chooses. Yeah, you should have. If you would have been able to use that, you would have did. I think you would have did tremendous focus damage.
Dang. Okay. Darn it. Well, next time.
Yeah, and I'm looking at also you got the partial phase. Is that a reaction or no?
No, it's just a action.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. I feel, oh yeah, that's for more like narrative stuff. Looks
Mhm.
like. Okay, let me look at. I was looking at Baron a little bit at the time there.
Yeah, and Baron's got a kind of a cool reverse momentum throw, which I was I wanted to, and I wasn't, it's in defensive stance, so I didn't have that active. But I was trying to think of a way if I could draw you guys near the tracks and toss somebody. But basically, like, I've still, like, somebody's got to make a close attack against me and it's got to miss. And you guys, yeah, I guess Ghost Rider's been throwing chains, but like we weren't exactly in a melee brawl, but that would have been a fun one to play with.
Mhm.
You also had untouchable position.
Yeah.
That would have gave trouble to a lot of different people, a lot of different things. Yeah. So with your fantastic though, when you first got it on that open up round, you should have either went into attack stance or defensive stance. Like
Yeah.
you set that up early and get you a good hit in. Oh, you would have been good.
Yeah. I like the mists. I don't think it really came into play a whole lot.
Yeah, I feel like
But
that was
that's
probably like narrative stuff, like when you're actually in the story versus combat.
yeah, and like if we had more like ranged attackers, it would have been good.
Yeah, true.
Um, but yeah, you guys both just stayed in close anyway, so it
Because it was no point in me flying. Like I would have flew, but it was like no point in me flying because I wouldn't be able to like really do anything. Ultron also has like shrinking abilities and growing abilities, but in this situation, it really didn't do anything.
Yeah, and of course, Mordo, yeah, Mordo's also got like astral form and summon portal. There's another cool. Has got a really cool ability. Images of icon, where I could have made duplicates of any person I met, including myself. But
Oh, that
that
would have been a good one.
I thought that would have been cool, but it would have been hard to do. Just um,
It would have been like if I would have had it where anyone attacking you would have had trouble because they don't know which one is the real you.
yeah,
I think that's the way I would have played that. But
that'd be more fun in a situation where more control, like where like the game master knows which one's the real one and
right.
can help, because like you kind of need both parties to know so that you can like, because if that way somebody can attack the wrong one and just miss versus uh
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But okay. Well, I think I will not be playing Ultron again. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
Yeah.
He's not as
Now we
cool as I
know.
thought he was gonna be.
no, that was fun. I thought I was done.
Oh,
I
I thought Jackson was from the very beginning. Like he got stunned and I was like, oh, he's
Yeah,
about to be in
that
trouble.
really took me out, I'd say.
Yeah. But with that being said, that was fun. So definitely I want to do more of these episodes when we can. I enjoy doing a free battle. Hopefully one of these days we'll be able to do like a 2v2 or 3v3. Like I think that would be pretty impressive.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
And this map was closed in. I think if we had a more open area too, it would have also made a difference. But that's just how it is. So hopefully everyone enjoyed this episode and we will see you later.